This is the QB Huddle Podcast, hosted by Jim Smith and Brandon Newell.
Better at the last minute drive of the game to get your team in position for that winning field goal or score the touchdown, depending on what was needed than Tom Brady. And so I don't know if it was already there or if Brandon and I may have coined it, but it was Brady moment. And now anytime a quarterback has that opportunity to win the game at the end, that's their Brady moment. That's their shot.
It's your Brady moment. Let's go.
I think, Brandon, this came from one time where we were in the middle of a game and we're down in the fourth quarter. We're going out to do our final drive, and Brandon looks at me and he goes, "This is my Brady moment." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, that's what it is from now on." So that's what it is.
Yeah.
We'll get into it. Who had a Brady moment for you yesterday?
Oh,
there's some decent ones.
There's a few.
Man.
Couple.
It's hard for me to pick one. And I don't even want to give him credit for it because he put up big stats, but like Tua yesterday.
Okay.
They were in a dogfight.
With the Raiders.
With a hot team. Even though the defense came up with the pick, he threw for 300 yards. They spread the ball around, and I think where Tua doesn't get credit is he manages the game, and they're balanced.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are balanced. I mean, they almost ran the ball 30-something times yesterday, and he still threw for 300-something yards. So I really like Tua. But then there's just so many yesterday. I think I'm going to go with Tua, just to not steal anybody else. I like what Tua did yesterday.
All right. Who are you going with, B?
I think what this gentleman did up north showed me that they are here to play, even though it's a team below 500. They were just like you said, Coach. They were in a dogfight, right? But this team was the Lions and the Bears, and from Jared Goff coming back from 3 touchdowns, he didn't flinch, or 3 interceptions. Excuse me, he didn't flinch. He did not flinch. And during those 7 minutes, I mean, he comes and makes a beautiful corner throw right on that right on that Tampa, just drops it in there, doesn't flinch, comes back. He knows he needs to go down and drive. What do? They go down and drive. Now, though he didn't throw the game-winning touchdown, he managed his team after having 3 turnovers, back-to-back touchdown plays, and then he goes in and scores again with Montgomery. I just think you can't count Jared Goff out. I think he's here now. I think this is who he is. And so if he's got a good running game,
and that's what
he's going to execute.
You need to be able to run the ball.
Everybody needs a good running game. Yeah,
I think Montgomery came into that game with a chip on his shoulder because the Bears didn't want to pay him. They let him go to Detroit. They let him go to the division rival. They let him go 6 hours up north. And what does he do? He runs all over Chicago yesterday. But I had Jared Goff because down 2 scores with 3 minutes left, he engineers an 8-play, 75-yard drive in just 1 minute and 16 seconds. Okay.
Boom.
The Bears come out and they have to punt after 5 plays. Absolutely terrible. Goff goes then 12 plays, 73 yards, 204. Not only does he get the touchdown, he basically leaves not enough time on the clock where the Bears have to kind of just run everybody deep. As Coach Cole said earlier, get Justin out of his zone, and you get the big strip sack by Aiden O'Connell. You get a big strip sack by Aiden Hutchinson. You get Montgomery in the end zone. There was nobody else that was going to touch the ball from the 1-yard line than David Montgomery.
Yeah.
You could see the emotion just flowing from him. As a Bears fan, I hated it, but as a quarterback guy, I really love seeing Jared Goff come back off 3 interceptions early in that game. And really, it's 3 minutes left. I thought the game was over, right? There's no way the Bears beat the Lions. This is great. And then all of a sudden, Jared Goff does what Brady did for so many years, and he just flipped the switch, and the Bears lose.
He did flip a switch. It looked good.
There's a really sloppy pick in here, too, that as a quarterback I was happy to see. I don't think anybody had the Browns beating the Steelers yesterday.
I have him next.
I did.
DTR.
You picked them? Okay.
No, I had the Steelers winning the game, but I'm with you. I have DTR here too because
DTR,
you're right. It wasn't flashy, but he got his team a win.
Not flashy. I mean, they played you safe all game, just to manage and kind of get out of there and not be embarrassed.
Yep.
And to lead a game-winning drive, to end off in a field goal, to to beat a Pittsburgh team. I mean, Cleveland 7-3. I mean, so that was impressive.
That's
too.
insane.
Yeah.
They
How
just
about
find
that?
ways to win.
You get the ball on your own 35-yard line, knowing that you need points to win. You haven't really been that efficient most of the day. It's been a pretty ugly day. A lot of defense. 9 plays, 43 yards, minute 16. Get the win.